Hi and welcome to the Nefsys UK review of the Microsoft LifeCam Cinema high definition webcam. This is actually one of 4 HD web cameras we've reviewed and tested, which also include the FaceVision TouchCam N1, the FreeTalk Everyman HD and the Logitech HD Pro C910. Out of the box and plugged in, it's generally recommended to install the additional software from the supplied CD or downloading the drivers from Microsoft's website. But one advantage is that being a Microsoft camera, you can usually get away with just plugging in the camera on its own. Windows Update or Microsoft Update will actually often give you the drivers automatically once the camera is plugged in, and that will generally allow you to use most of the camera's resolutions and most of the camera's options. But you will get extra features such as clarity and focus adjustments and zoom and pan if you do actually install the extra software. Now, the camera is relatively comfortable, sat on most desktop monitors, and will even be fairly comfortable too on most laptop screens as well, so you have some versatility there. And one party trick in terms of this particular webcam over the others we've tested is its ability also to actually swivel left and right slightly. Now, to be honest, not a particularly major feature, we must admit, but nevertheless something perhaps to think about. As you may have guessed, we're currently in a live Nefsys video conference, and I'm just going to right click on the video and click on float so you can see the native size of the current resolution we've got selected, which is 320 by 240. Now, of course, being an HD camera, we'll simply raise the resolution now to 1280 by 720, which of course is the 720p high definition resolution. Now we have it floated relatively full screen. This is the native 720p resolution, and generally speaking the camera quality and camera sharpness is pretty good, although it has to be said it's perhaps slightly beaten by the Logitech HD Pro C910. Now, in terms of the field of view, it's actually pretty good considering the camera's right now about a year and a half old compared with the newer competition. Now, of course, the field of view is quite wide, so not only is it suitable for just perhaps one person, you could potentially have a colleague sat next to you, or indeed two, and generally speaking you should be able to get away with it. In terms of the frames per second, this is one other quite unique ability to this camera compared with the other 2 cameras with the onboard encoders, is that this camera isn't necessarily restricted to 22 frames per second, and as you can see, Nefsys will allow it to go up to 30, and as you might be able to tell, it can generally handle that quite well. So overall, we give this camera a Nefsys review rating of 4 out of 5. While the field of view is good and the overall clarity is pretty good too, and certainly for the price it's probably the best value HD camera we've seen yet, but it has to be said it's slightly beaten by the sheer quality and clarity that's offered by the Logitech and the FaceVision. For more information and reviews, visit nefsys.co.uk.